Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another tactic from the always amazing GYRFM, and it is one of the most popular shapes in Football Manager. As always, it is a 4-3-3, and this time he's sticking with that Marvel theme for his tactics, and this one is labeled as Black Panther. So without any further ado, let's dive into the game and take a look at this tactic. So guys, if you do like the tactical content on the channel and you do like GYR's tactics and you're using them in your save and you're looking forward to trying this 4-3-3, please do drop a like on the video down below to let us know that you enjoy the tactics and let us know that we are bringing you the right type of content. If you don't hit that like button, then we don't know that you want to see more of these tactics. And if you are new around here, please do consider hitting that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any future uploads and collaborations between myself and the amazing GYR. This is his 4-3-3, the GYR Black Panther, and you can see some amazing results with Liverpool here. It is kind of inspired by Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool, this 4-3-3, but you can see some amazing goal scoring returns from the boys in red here. 49 goals from Mo Salah from that right hand side. Darwin Núñez got 43 in all competitions as well. 28 for Luis Diaz, there's 10 there for Virgil van Dijk, 14 for Jota, 12 for Konate. This is a very, very good goal scoring tactic. We also did try this with a couple of other teams, guys. We tried it with Benfica, who went on to get a league and cup double over in Portugal. We also tried this with Salford down in Sky Bet League 2. They won the division as well at a bit of a canter. And in this test with Liverpool, obviously I mentioned all the goal scoring. They went all the way and won every single trophy, and even more impressive, they got 104 points in the Premier League. They won the Premier League by over 30 points. 30 points, absolutely smashed it. They did beat PSG in that Champions League final 3-2 thanks to a goal from Harvey Elliott in extra time. Absolutely crushed it there. They won the Emirates FA Cup. They beat Manchester United 4-1 in that final as well to retain the FA Cup. Carabao Cup they won in extra time as well, beating Arsenal, and then obviously that Community Shield they beat Manchester City in that season opener. So again, very impressive in all competitions. Unbeaten in the Premier League, as you would expect for a team that got 104 points and 107 goal difference. If we expand this here, you can see it scored 128 in the Premier League, including 10 against Southampton and 10 against Crystal Palace. Sorry, Editor Jack. And it only conceded 21 in all appearances in that Premier League. 5 draws in the season, mostly away actually. 1 at home against West Ham, then away against Chelsea, Man City, Manchester United, and then West Ham again. So West Ham causing this team the most trouble. All of them 0-0, barring a 3-3 at the Etihad, and then it won absolutely every other single game. In terms of the data hub and stuff like that, you guys like seeing some of this stats. Expected goals, it's expected to score over 3 per game with Liverpool, and the expected to concede against per game was 0.64. So it's done very well in terms of creating the chances. It's also done pretty darn well at keeping the chances out. So this tactic, here we go. We've got the Liverpool team in here. Let's reveal these roles. Here they are. So in net, we have we have an Alisson. We have a sweeper keeper on attack duty, as Alisson would play in real life. He has the additional instructions of his sweeper keeper attack of tackle harder. So the additional instructions, guys, are the ones with the white cog and the red circle next to it. You can hit those by hitting the edit button, and there is tackle harder there. Just make sure that one is selected, should be outlined in green, and you are good to go. Moving up to the right back, we have Trent Alexander-Arnold. He is a inverted wing back on attack duty. And I don't think just because he's an inverted wing back, he's just going to sit in this pocket. He will sit in this pocket quite nicely, but that does mean he will go outside as well. Despite being an inverted wing back, he will cover some channels down the right hand side. As an inverted wing-back, he's got the additional instructions of shoot less often and tackle harder on him. Then we move into the 2 centre-back positions. We've got Virgil van Dijk and Joel Matip here. They are both ball-playing defenders on defensive duty with the additional instructions of stay wider and tackle harder on them. In the left-back position, we have obviously Andy Robertson here. He has the additional instructions on the wing-back support role of cross more often, shoot less often, stay wider, and tackle harder. So he will really be running up and down this left hand channel here, allowing Luis Diaz to float on the inside. Then we have a deep line playmaker in the defensive midfield spot on the support function. This is of course Fabinho. He has a tackle harder and mark tighter instructions on him as well. Then we have Thiago, the sort of metronome of this this sort of tactic. He does a lot of the creative output. He is a central midfield on attack. If you didn't know that, on support, sorry. If you didn't know the central midfielder, basically you can kind of customize any of the instructions to kind of do whatever you want. And as you can see, the main man, GYR, has lumped quite a few on this guy to kind of craft the central midfield role to do exactly as he wants. Take more risks, cross more often, shoot less often, roam from position, tackle harder, and mark tighter. Alongside that, we have a roaming playmaker. In this instance, it's Naby Keita. He has the roaming playmaker on support. He has the additional instructions of dribble more, shoot less, tackle harder, and mark tighter. Now we get into the most dangerous front three you have ever seen. We've got Mo Salah on the right hand side, obviously the man who did score 49 goals in this tactic. He has the additional instruction of tackle harder, and he is a inside forward on attack. On the left hand side, we have Luis Diaz as well. He is an inside forward, also on attack duty, but no additional instructions on Luis Diaz. Then the man up top, 𝘼𝙗𝙤𝙪 𝙤𝙗, as that man on TikTok says. He is a pressing forward, which he is in real life, on attack, with dribble more and shoot less often. I'm sure Liverpool fans would wish he would shoot less often rather than fluffing some of the chances that he does have. In terms of the mentality, guys, and the tactical style, you can do whatever you like here. It is a gegenpress tactic as a base, so select gegenpress here or hit clean slate, whichever you prefer. It is an attacking mentality on this tactic, guys. It is kind of how Liverpool play. They do play on the front foot. In possession, this is how you're looking. You are fairly wide in terms of your attacking width, a shorter passing directness, and you're also playing at a higher tempo. In that final third, you are hitting low crosses into the box, and you are working that ball into the box as well. And in terms of the dribbling style, you are running at the defense. In transition, this is how we're looking. Obviously, it is a gegenpress tactic, so we are counter-pressing when the possession has been lost, and we are countering as a team when the possession has been won. Out of possession, this is how we're looking. We are a high press with a high line of engagement and a much higher defensive line. We are pushing as high up the field as we possibly can in this tactic to get the turnovers earlier and higher up the field. In terms of triggering that press, we are triggering the press much more often, and we are preventing that short goalkeeper distribution. And we've got get stuck in on the tactic as well. If you are noticing with this tactic, you are going to pick up a few bookings and you don't want to, and you want to kind of stay a little bit safer, just uncheck this. It will kind of prevent you from getting as many bookings as you can. I will say there is a link down in the description for this tactic on FM Scout, so you can go and download this for yourself. Please do let us know in the comments how you are getting on if you are going to try this tactic. Obviously, it is a 4-3-3. It's going to be very impressive. We would love to hear your feedback on this. And if you are liking the tactical content, check out this playlist right here. It's all of the tactics that GYR has put out on this year's game.